This is the most accessible and the most affordable style of spatula maker that you can get. And for me, really the easiest style that you can use. And we'll be moving on to that in a bit. But we're gonna do this and then we're gonna move on to our put in here. I did your recipe times 3 on here. So we've got our flour. We're gonna add our pepper. We're gonna add our nutmeg. We're gonna add a little bit of salt. Now salt, typically, for things like this, I just put a little bit of a pinch in. If you were making a cake, if you're making bread, add our milk and our eggs. Now, you're gonna see that this is a somewhat runny dough. This dough doesn't typically form up into something heavy, and if it did, you'd want to thin it out, and you'll see why once we actually go to making the dough itself. But we'll stir this up. And I tend to use rubber spatulas when I work. And if you go into a good kitchen store at Williams, really loose batter. And I'm gonna call it a batter more than a dough, even though we call it a dough. Tell people, whenever you're doing things like this, if you're doing a dough like a pizza dough or something like that, keep extra flour and extra water off to the side. Because I don't care how many times. But I guess you can see it when I do this.
So does it have the gouda in it?
Oh, no. The Gouda's gonna go in after.
Do it one more time.
Oh, see how when I did this before, it was a little stiffer, and now the first one, as long as gravity's working here, we flow really nice. We're gonna take the batter out. We're gonna put it right up here on the spatula maker, and I'm gonna do this one, and then I'm turning it over to you.
Okay.
Everybody's. And then you just push it back and forth, and I'll tell you what, you do it, I'm gonna hold it so everybody can see what's happening here. And everybody watch. We're probably gonna get some on the floor and stuff because I'm not really good at holding this stuff, but I wanted everybody to see what's happening and how the spatula is actually being formed.
And it's going just into water?
Yeah, now why doesn't everybody get up and come over here so you can walk behind here and take a look at what it looks like in the water?
So you boil the water in coarse pepper like that, or is it just...
If you get the black pepper corns, get the whole corns, and then crack them up. And that adds just a different flavor. It gives almost like that roasted bean flavor, like on a coffee. You can go even further. I don't like to get it too burnt tasting, so I want that nuttiness. So now we're gonna drop our spatula in there. Watch out right next to here. I don't wanna, it's gonna pop a little, because there is some water in there. And normally I would take and I would toss, but I don't want to cover people in case it's an accident. So we're just gonna take our spoon. We're gonna toss this in the butter. I'm actually gonna turn it off now though, because we don't really need the heat anymore from the. So everybody, I've turned off the stove. Now we're gonna put our cheese in.
So is that gouda?
This is gouda, a little amanta, how do you say that? Swiss. And then,
Matters. It's cheese. It's
yeah, and a little bit of mozzarella for creaminess, but mostly gouda. Don't go real fast because you'll end up making a mush of your spaetzle.
So full spaetzle.
Yeah. Yeah, very slowly. It's like I say, we're not trying to break it up. Now, I went a little heavy on the cheese. If you guys, actually, the spaetzle itself is very delicious. I will say that of all the pastas, and it's hard for me to say this, growing up around mostly Italian stuff, I really like spaetzle so well. Now we're going to add our parsley, and parsley is a big flavor element on this too. Germans use